This is my review of Dune Part 2. Directed by Denis Villeneuve, Dune Part 2 is the sequel to the film adaptation of Frank Herbert's classic sci-fi novel. And it continues the story set up by the first film as Paul Atreides becomes the leader of this revolution to fight against the enemies of the Fremen. When I left the theater from this movie, I was just speechless. This film for me officially solidified Denis Villeneuve as a new directorial powerhouse in Hollywood, because this guy directs the crap out of this film. There are so many moments and scenes that just hit you so hard that you truly feel the weight and intensity of them. And that's not even to mention Greg Fraser's stunning cinematography. So many shots and scenery in this film is just absolutely breathtaking, and they just explode off the screen. The CGI is also some of the best I've ever seen on film, because they don't feel like CG shots, they feel so real. So much so that if Denis Villeneuve told me that he actually went to a desert planet in the middle of an interstellar war and filmed it, I would believe him. Now, in terms of the audio and sound, they are just as powerful as the visuals themselves, because there were plenty of moments where I was just surrounded and engulfed by the sound, and I could feel it just striking me in the chest. And of course, Hans Zimmer, being the big man that he is, he yet again kills it with this film and delivers some of his most explosive work to date, which is saying a lot. Topple all that with some absolutely fantastic action scenes, and you have a film that is just audio-visual artistry at its finest. And the best part is that it is all of service of a very well-realized story, with great characters with their own perspectives, personalities, and motivations, some of the best world building I've ever seen on recent film, and it delves with some very important and very human themes. Dune Part 2 is just beyond phenomenal. Films like this are the reason movie theaters exist. Heck, they're the reason blockbuster cinema exists. The way I felt about this film is the same way I assume people felt when they first saw Lord of the Rings when it came out, when they first saw Star Wars when it first came out. It felt like a cinematic event, and in the future, I say with full confidence that people are gonna label this film as a classic. Denis Villeneuve really made a spectacular film, and I can't wait to see what else he will do, especially with the third film. Dune Part 2 is a cinematic masterpiece. I'm gonna give Dune Part 2 a 10 out of 10. Stay tuned if you would like to see more film reviews. Peace out, fellow moviegoers.